guys, I just figured I'd get on here real quick and film another quick update or bump date, if you will. I'm officially 13 weeks today, so that's super exciting. Please excuse me being out of breath. I just walked back up the stairs. Joy of being pregnant. I get winded super fast. Anyways, I am so excited. 13 weeks is it's a big deal. Well, any week when you're pregnant is a big deal. Just getting 1 week further, you know, letting these babies grow as much as possible, it's awesome. However, now I'm not really sure which one is correct, but I have read a few things that say 13 weeks is officially the beginning of your second trimester. According to my What to Expect When Expecting book, that doesn't happen until you're 14 weeks, but my pregnancy app and a few other things have said, hooray, you're in your second trimester. So that's what I'm going with, and I'm super excited because it's just another step in the right direction. 1 trimester down, 2 to go. So I'm so excited to be 13 weeks, and I figured I would just kind of get on here real quick and let you guys know how I'm doing. Hopefully, since with the second trimester, they say that most people start to feel better, you get more energy, and I'm really hoping that that's the case with me. I have been feeling a lot better as far as the, you know, nausea, morning sickness, that kind of stuff, which is awesome. I mean, I would hands down take being tired any day over feeling like that. And honestly, a lot of the tiredness has started to go away. I don't feel so exhausted every day. Now, there are some days, like yesterday after work, I went downstairs and I sat there and, sorry, my necklace is bothering me. Let me just fix that. Anyways, I fell asleep without even thinking about it. I just didn't even realize I was that tired and I fell asleep. So things like that have kind of been happening the last few days, where I don't necessarily feel super tired, but if I get in a certain position, I pass out and I fall asleep for a good 45 minutes to an hour. If I do end up getting a headache, which has been kind of a thing lately, that's when I'll usually make myself take a nap. And those can last anywhere from an hour to 2 hours the other day. So it just really depends on how I'm feeling. But for the most part, the full exhaustion isn't as bad as it was last week. So I'm hoping that that's a trend that continues, because what I really want is to just be able to like go for a walk. The weather's finally changing here in Texas. We had a whole bunch of 90-degree days, and then all of a sudden we had about 4 days of 80 degrees, and we have today, and I think tomorrow is supposed to be in the 80s, and then it drops down to the 70s, and then that's it. So fall has officially started here in Texas, which it's about time. I'm so happy. I know the dogs are going to be so happy to be able to go for walks and to just be able to get outside. But as you can tell, being out of breath and just from walking up the stairs, like I need to be moving my body more. I feel so lethargic. I had my husband give me a back rub last night and like just kind of stretch my body out. Like I laid on the floor and had him like push my legs back just because I feel so lethargic. I mean, I don't really know another word to describe it. I just feel like a blob, really, like a couch potato, and my body just is kind of achy from it. And so I cannot wait to have the energy to just go and do something. Not super active. My doctor is encouraging me to be active, which is awesome. So once I have the energy to do it, I definitely plan on it. So that's a work in progress. But the newest update, really, I had an ultrasound last week, which is really fun to see the babies. I hadn't seen them for about 3 weeks, and you know, going through IVF, I got to see them every week, and then going 3 weeks without seeing them was a really long time. And so I just, you know, I want to see how they're doing, you know, what they look like now. And so I'll show you real quick. These are the ultrasound pictures. So up here is baby B, and this is baby A. So this is a close-up. It's kind of hard to see in these little ultrasounds, but in baby B's picture, those are his little toes or her little toes. I think they're both girls, but we'll find out. And then right here on baby A, those are some fingers. So that's really exciting, getting that little bit of a close-up. I do have another ultrasound coming up on Monday with a high-risk doctor. Since I am pregnant with twins, they do want to see me more often, which I'm not going to complain. The more I get to see these babies, the better, I feel like, as long as it's okay for them. And then the other ultrasound picture is this one. So again, this is baby B on top, and this is baby A. And what we learned, if you look here, that's baby A's head. So the babies are sitting head to head in my uterus, which is hilarious. Who knows how long that will last or when they'll turn, I don't know. But the appointment overall went really well. I am really, really liking my new doctor. She's a hugger, which I love. I think that's great. Funny story, she does a full exam. I had to be in a gown basically that was open in the front because they do a full exam your first appointment. She comes strolling in the door, very first thing. She gives me a big old hug and you're fully exposed. So there's that. But she's so nice and I love like her philosophy on things as far as being pregnant. When you're pregnant, you're not disabled unless you are on bed rest or unless there's a reason, but she doesn't consider you disabled. Even me being pregnant with twins, you're still able to do things, so go do them. Don't consider this a time to just be sick and lazy and to just eat and eat and eat. That's not the point of being pregnant. You want to stay as healthy as possible, so she encourages that you stay active, which I love once I feel up to it. And then the other thing that I'm so excited about is even with twins is she didn't automatically say I had to have a C-section. And I found out at this appointment that my due date, which I always thought was April 5th, is actually April 25th. And the reason why I had thought it was April 5th is because typically with twins, you're full term at 37 weeks. And everything that I had read and my previous doctor, most doctors, 37 weeks is good. They'll usually induce you, or so I have read. I don't know so much truth behind that because now my doctor is like, nope, we'll let you go as long as your body will let you. We still consider full term with twins is 40 weeks. You can give birth at 37 weeks and everything. I mean, you are full term, but really 40 weeks is, we would let you go that far. And she fully encourages having a vaginal birth, which is definitely something that I'm interested in. If I can avoid a C-section, I will. However, we did talk about the fact that with twins, having a C-section is much more common, and I completely understand that. But what she said is that if baby A, who is the one that sits a little lower, if baby A is in the right position and is head down, we can try for a vaginal delivery. If baby A is breech, we're kind of in not a great position and we'll probably have to have a C-section. But really, if baby A is in the good position, we can have baby A and then we'll go for baby B. And as long as there's no complications, I can actually birth both of them, which fingers crossed is what we're hoping to do. Obviously, we won't know until much further down the road. We have some time, but I did think that was interesting. So I'm not due April 5th, I'm due April 25th. So that's kind of the big news. Other than that, nothing really has changed. Like I said, I wouldn't say that I have more energy, but I don't feel as tired, and I hope that that continues. Yeah, I think that's probably it. My belly's getting bigger. It's just I don't know. It just keeps growing. So I'll show you guys. This is 13 weeks. Yeah, there it is. It just the little babies. They're here and here, or I guess here. One's on top of the other. They are this week, well, again, it depends on what you read. I read on one pregnancy app that they're the size of a small peach at 13 weeks. And then another one, which is the one that said last week they were the size of a plum, which I looked at the store, they're about that big. And then it said now it's the size of a kiwi. And in my head, I feel like a kiwi is smaller than a plum. So I'm gonna go with the peach and think that they're probably the size of peaches, which is just crazy to me that there's two of them in there. I'm not feeling anything yet, but I do have my little heart rate Doppler. And the really fun thing lately is that when I'm listening to their heartbeats at night, I just like to listen real quick just to make sure that I can find them and that everything's good. I've been able to notice, and I know it's not my belly making these noises, but they'll like bump into the monitor and it makes like you can just hear it. They're either bumping into it or they're kicking it, which is hilarious. I made Chris run upstairs the other day. I'm like, you have to hear this. And of course, as soon as he came in the room, they stopped. But I swear it's like they bump into it. It makes the coolest sound. So we're getting there. I cannot wait to start feeling them. Although when I said that to my doctor, she said, don't, what did she say? She's like, you may want to watch what you say. Like, we'll just see how you feel about that after you do start feeling them, because once you start, you can't stop until they're out. So we'll see. But I know that I'm excited for that at this point. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm just so happy to be 13 weeks, and I'll keep posting as things come up just to keep everybody updated. And yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you guys later. Bye.